Simpson plow. You know where he is. Same thing as before. Absolutely mollywops though this time. Again, sets to his left. Simmons works to the outside. What does he not want to do? He doesn't want to chase the block. Now that assignment's gone. Snap his eyes to the inside. Ooh, there's a guy who's engaged. Let me launch myself into his ribs. Nice and low. Attack the center of gravity. What does attacking the center of gravity do? It's going to move guys. It's going to make them off balance. Drops that forearm, the shoulder into the ribs. Left hand, nice tight elbow angle into the hip. Plants them. Hell of a job with that plow. Awesome. Good combo. All right. Let's watch. And really good job. Climbs. Nice patient climb. Drops the shoulder into the D tackle. Again, get nice and low, attack the hip. He attacks the hip. We can see that, right? Nice and low, attacking the hip, pops him to the inside, which gives what Linderbaum play side leverage. He doesn't maintain it, but still not Simpson's fault. Does this all with his eyes into the second level. Eyes into the second level. Pop him. Eyes still into the second level. Peel off with great timing. Left hand lands enough to um work the linebacker. Now, if Linderbaum wasn't shed as easily as he was, and some other blocks work out, it would be much more successful, run play. But Simpson does his job. Really good climb, nice and square, working off the insteps, controlled steps, pops them, still controlled, eyes into the second level. Some short air explosion to get out there. It's all good. I like that. I like that. Simpson, good awareness. All right, left guard. It's a really good feel, man. For guys looping and twisting and stunting and all this stuff, he knows when it's coming for the most part. Sets to the inside, goes to pick up the linebacker, throws out the hand. When he goes to throw out that hand, what does he feel the linebacker doing? Not engaging and getting lateral. With that linebacker not engaging and getting lateral, what does that probably mean? There's probably more movement elsewhere. As soon as he feels that, look how quickly he picks that up. He's not really rushing me. Like that's really good like awareness and just feel for the game. Because a lot of guys here engage and then they carry it a little bit longer than Simpson does. It's just a really good feel here. You can't even put words into it, but for him to feel that as quickly as he does is pretty elite. Feels that coming. Eyes to the outside. Left hand lands into the chest, lunges into him, creating some pop. Now that left arm stays attached, drives him to the outside, saves Lamar Jackson from a hit. It's a really good pickup from him, especially from this wide. Like you're not expecting him to loop all the way to the outside like that. It's hell of a job by Simpson. 2 for 1 cross dog. Okay. Again, we know he's 76. We know he's a left guard at this point, right? Hell of a job. Does an overset, sets to the outside, runs the feet, sees the blitz coming. Nice and patient. Hands on, passes him off to Linderbaum, shoves him to Linderbaum. Just gets back and just gets back enough to pick up the other linebacker. Again, it's hard, you know. It's a good blitz design in terms of the D tackle like carrying there and then the cross dog setting. They're trying to carry Linderbaum enough for that pick to be effective. But because of that, he's a little bit later in picking it up. So Simpson has to carry for just another step or two, which makes him late getting back to the linebacker. But he just gets his hand in there enough to carry out that block. Left hand into the shoulder wherever it is, and then gets underneath of it in steps, matches him. It's a good job in a hard spot. Simpson toss out a club. Okay. Not even close, dude. Not even Simmons, not even close. Launches him. So again, this time he's set into his left. So it's a hard spot because they're mugging that A gap. They're mugging the A gap. Simpson sets to his left, but has an active drag hand to the right. Drag hand is initiated. So engages, left hand on, eyes still into the second level, eyes still into the second level, but at this point he's fully engaged with seven, so he decides to torque through that right hand, that right hip, and just throw him. He doesn't trip or anything. There is no tripping here. He just throws him. Another full-grown man, a massively jacked, I don't even care how big he is. He's a yoked up, full-grown man in the NFL, and he just takes him and just launches him like a child. And then he gets back inside to even pick up that, the linebacker. Maybe it's Anzalone there, or whatever his name is. It might not be Anzalone. White dude with long hair. I just think it's Anzalone. I automatically assume it's Anzalone, but really good job. Kind of active drag hand. He's fully engaged now. Okay, I'll pick him up. He's already off balance. I'm just going to take my strength and throw him. Okay. Combo, drive feet. All right. This is versus Leaky Fotu, who I might do the next review. Well, actually, no, it's going to be Kindle. Will be the first tackle I do because I know he's first up out of those guys. But the only thing we like to do better here a little bit is attack the hip. But we've seen him in the past attack the hip, so we know he knows how to. It's just his hand line's a little bit high here, but steps to the inside, left hand, nice tight elbow angle. We do want it a little bit lower to attack the center of gravity to create a little bit better movement than it is here. But we see him doing a good job of at least staying low and driving. And better hand placement creates more movement initially, but we like the fact that again he's low, he's driving a little bit on his toes. But again, when you're the second man in a combo block, you could be a little bit more on your toes than if you're just one-on-one engaged. You do want to be more in steps. It just allows you to have better balance versus lateral movement. If you don't have to worry so much about lateral movement, you could drive off the toes a little bit more. But does a good enough job of digging him out. Like he doesn't create initial pop, but just look how active his feet are. Look how active his feet are. Look how hard he's driving through that left hand. Active feet, active feet, active feet, active feet. Drive him. Extension. All good. 2 for 1. Simpson. All right. Left guard. Yep. So gets lateral. Like a scooch type of technique. 93 works into immediately. So not an easy spot for Simpson when you have an aggressive guy like that. Gets his hands on. Here ideally, well, actually, you might. Well, okay. So ideally here, where are the hands? We've talked about it before. These type of blocks, left hand into like the V of the neck, and then right hand onto the shoulder, and then we're gonna drive through that left hand, use like as a pivot point, and then we're gonna torque to get to that play side. His hands land a little bit wide, or the left hand lands wider than you want, or left hand is wide, straight up wider than you want it to in terms of the punch too. He's trying to grab more so here, but with that being said, the right hand does a lot of the work. It initially lands into the elbow, slips up to the shoulder pad, and now that's going to be the primary point of contact where he's going to drive through that hand and try to get in front of that block with that arm. He stands up 93 enough. Well, he actually gets to the play side. He gets to the play side. So now he knows he's on the, now Simpson in less than ideal spot. What is he going to do? Instead of fighting to get in front of this, he knows at this point he kind of lost the play side, so he's just going to drive him to the ground and lose that play side. How are you going to cover? Drive through that armpit, take out two guys for one. You have the left guard, they have to trip over each other. Yet ideally, that hand's inside. He gets play side leverage. He scoops him out. All that. It's not always going to end up like that. He ends up getting to the play side. Just drive him. Not the best rep, not the worst rep. Simpson pop and torque. Pop and torque from your left guard. Again, you could see some of the strength right off the jump. Get hands a little bit wider than you want them, right? But he gallops into that. It's a gallop tech. Well, it's not a true gallop because the left foot just opens. But in terms of like the cadence, like 1, 2 off the in, 3 contact, even though it's a little bit before the third, you want ideally to land on the third, but well, lands on the second or third. Second contact, that's fine. It's not a true gallop because the gallop, that first step has to be a little bit more towards him or on him than opening up, but still more aggressive with his run set. Want that left hand ideally inside with the right arm like clasping coming over the top and torquing, but he has enough pop off the snap. A lot of power off of that second instep right there off the right foot. Helmet lower. Helmet pops the defender in the face mesh, which stands him up. Left hand is attached, right hand's attached to the shoulder pad, and just torques him to the outside. Pop from the helmet, attach the hands, winning the leverage battle, torque him to the outside. You could see the core power. Like he has some ridiculous power. That's for sure. Not ridiculous. I would say definitely has plus power. You see how he just snaps him to the outside like that and then drives through. It's a good play. It's a good play. Again, some things we can clean up, right? But still overall good.